one region of Africa built gold empires, speaks hundreds of languages, feeds the world with cocoa, and leads global soundtracks with Afrobeats. Welcome to Western Africa, where history is loud, culture is alive, and the future is young. Western Africa is a major sub-region of Africa stretching from the Sahel in the north down to the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Guinea in the south. It's one of the world's most culturally influential regions, famous for powerful ancient states, thriving coastal cities, and a youthful population shaping music, fashion, film, and entrepreneurship. Using the UN Geographic Subregion grouping, Western Africa contains 16 countries. Western Africa countries and capitals. Here are the 16 UN-listed Western African countries and their capitals. 1. Benin. Capital: Porto Novo. 2. Burkina Faso. Capital: Ouagadougou. 3. Cabo Verde. Capital: Praia. 4. Côte d'Ivoire. Capital: Yamoussoukro. 5. The Gambia. Capital: Banjul. 6. Ghana. Capital: Accra. 7. Guinea. Capital: Conakry. 8. Guinea-Bissau. Capital: Bissau. 9. Liberia. Capital: Monrovia. 10. Mali. Capital: Bamako. 11. Mauritania. Nouakchott. 12. Niger. Capital: Niamey. 13. Nigeria. Capital: Abuja. 14. Senegal. Capital: Dakar. 15. Sierra Leone. Capital: Freetown. 16. Togo. Capital: Lomé. Note: some references define West Africa more broadly as a geographic region. Britannica, for example, includes additional nearby countries in a wider Western Africa definition. History: Western Africa is the land of legendary empires and long-distance trade. For centuries, powerful states rose along trade routes connecting inland savannas to desert caravan paths and coastal ports. Ancient and medieval empires like Ghana, the Empire, Mali, and Songhai became famous for scholarship, governance, and trans-Saharan trade in gold and salt. Coastal kingdoms and forest states such as Asante and Dahomey grew strong through regional commerce, craft production, and complex political systems. In later centuries, European colonial rule reshaped borders and economies. Independence movements across the 1900s produced the modern nations we know today. Today, West Africa carries this legacy forward, balancing tradition with modern creativity. Culture: Western Africa is one of the world's most culturally exported regions. Music: Afrobeats, highlife, mbalax, traditional drumming and griot performance. West Africa's rhythms travel globally. Storytelling: oral tradition is strong. Griots and community elders preserve history through spoken word. Cuisine: iconic foods like jollof rice, spicy stews, grilled meats, cassava-based meals, and rich sauces reflect local crops and trade routes. Fashion and arts: colorful textiles, beadwork, and craft traditions remain central in identity and celebrations. Languages: Western Africa is extremely multilingual. Major regional languages include Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Fulfulde, Fula Fulani, Akan, Wolof, and Mande languages, alongside many others. Colonial-era official languages are also widely used: English, French, and Portuguese in different countries. Geographically, Western Africa includes the Sahel, a semi-arid transition zone along the desert edge, coastal lowlands and ports along the Atlantic and Gulf of Guinea, major river systems, especially the Niger River, one of West Africa's most important waterways. This variety creates different lifestyles, from fishing and coastal trade to farming, herding, and city commerce. Economy: West Africa's economy is driven by agriculture, natural resources, trade, and fast-growing urban markets. Key exports include cocoa, especially Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana, oil and gas, especially Nigeria, cotton, notably Benin and Burkina Faso. The World Bank highlights the region's strong commodity base and strategic coastlines supporting trade and development. Politics and regional cooperation. Western Africa's politics varies widely, from established democracies to countries experiencing political transitions and security pressures. A major regional institution is ECOWAS, created to promote economic integration and cooperation. Important recent development: Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, all junta-led at the time, announced withdrawal from ECOWAS, and ECOWAS later confirmed their exit process and related arrangements. This has influenced regional diplomacy, trade coordination, and security discussions. Ethnic groups. Western Africa is home to many ethnic groups, including Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Fulani, Akan, Mandinka, Wolof, Yu, Masi, Tuareg, and many more. This diversity fuels the region's cultural richness and social identity. Religion. Western Africa is religiously diverse. Islam is widely practiced, especially across Sahel and many inland communities. Christianity is widespread in many coastal and southern areas. Traditional African religions remain influential and are often practiced alongside Islam or Christianity. Western Africa is a crossroads of desert and ocean, ancient empires and modern megacities, tradition and innovation. It shaped global history through trade and scholarship, and today it shapes global culture through music, fashion, film, and unstoppable youth energy. Western Africa isn't just a place on the map, it's a living powerhouse of identity and influence. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Western Africa, like this video, comment your favorite West African country, subscribe to African Springs, as we explore every region of Africa, one story at a time.